Hey, what's going on everybody? Gleez here, and the NetherRealm stream just ended a little bit ago, and they were talking about some stuff as far as patches go, and we're going to be getting a patch very soon for Injustice 2, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on it. I'm not going to cover everything that was in the stream. The stream was pretty detailed as far as what they're going to change, and there's going to be more details coming. They're going to release the patch notes in the near future, and down below in the description, you can check out the entire stream if you want to watch all of it and find out, what your favorite character is getting. Now, there's a few things that I wanted to touch upon that I see as kind of hot topics as I'm looking on Twitter. A lot of people are talking about it. One is Aquaman. So some of the changes they made with Aquaman, the back 1, 2, 3 is no longer going to be plus. So you're not going to be able to back 1, 2, 3, down 1, trident rush, and be at plus frames and kind of set that mind game there. It's negative. Also, the from the deep, you can't meter burn it and go into full combo. You can meter burn it, but it's just going to splat the opponent for extra damage. So basically what you have to do as an Aquaman player is hit confirm into the low scoop. And that's how you're going to get most of your damage into down 2 and then back 3. So that's basically how Aquaman is going to work. A lot of people seem happy with that. It may be a little bit overkill. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how the patch shakes out. I know people don't even want to hear that because they're so sick of Aquaman. But I'm definitely not into the whole killing of a character. But I think that Aquaman is still going to be very strong. He's got great defensive tools. You can't jump in on him. He's just a really awesome character. I don't think it's going to completely destroy him, even though a lot of people think that it will. But we'll have to wait and see how it shakes out. So another character that got hit, I wouldn't say hard with nerfs, but definitely got some changes is Catwoman. Her jump 2 is a lot more horizontal rather than downward. So you can't hit your jump 2 at the peak of your jump and go in for safe combos that way and punish people by jumping back and using that jump back 2 and going into combo. The angle of it's a little bit different. We'll have to see how exactly that shakes out, but that was one of the changes they made. They also removed her invincibility on her wake up when she wakes up with her trait, which I think is a pretty good idea. I don't think that she needs a safe or plus frames wake up that deals close to 40% damage with one button. I think that was a little bit overkill as far as her wake up game, so I think that's actually a good nerf in my opinion. They also toned down the low profiling on the back 3. So on recovery, it's not going to low profile as much, and they say that we're going to be able to punish it rather consistently on whiff. We'll have to wait and see how that works out. Another thing that they did to Catwoman was take away her armor on her cat dash, and her cat dash low profiles a lot of things that you're really going to be going through, like projectiles. Goes right through projectiles a lot of times anyway if you time it properly. So the low profiling on it is still a really good tool. I don't know if she needs armor on it. We'll have to wait and see how that shakes out. I know most times that I use projectiles and someone goes EX cat dash on me from full screen, they go under my projectile. They don't go through it anyway. So I don't really know if it's going to matter all that much. So Swamp Thing got some pretty good buffs. He got some armor on his grapple from full screen, but the way that they explained it, he doesn't get armor when the move starts up. He only has armor once the move hits. So it's going to have to be a read. It's not going to be something you're going to react to where I see you throw a projectile and I can full screen grapple you with armor and absorb your projectile. I'll get hit. It's not going to work that way. You have to actually connect with the opponent for the armor to trigger. So basically it would work like this. I throw my throw out, my grapple. He shoots his projectile afterward. I grapple him, projectile hits me, and I absorb it, and then I can still go into my throw animation. They also changed his trait up a little bit. It basically grows and extends more successfully, and you'll have to kind of check the video out to see that. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't really main Swamp Thing, so I don't know the exact logistics of it. So definitely check out the stream if you're a Swamp Thing main. So Deadshot. Deadshot. A lot of people thought they were going to nerf his projectiles. I didn't think that they were, and they're not at all. They actually stated on the stream that Deadshot plays exactly how he's supposed to play. They want him to be able to zone exactly how he zones. That's how he's programmed, and that's what they want. And if people are having problems with it, then they need to practice. And that was basically what they said on the stream. And one thing that I did think that they were going to do, and they did, was nerf his inside game. I think his inside game was way too ridiculous. Having a 6-frame forward 1 that goes into combo, having staggers off of his back 1-2, just a little bit much. So what they did was they increased the frames of disadvantage on the back 1 and the back 1-2. They also increased the startup on the back 1. None of the numbers are exactly released yet, but what they did say was that they're all still safe, but they're just slightly more negative. So if they're safe, I'm guessing that they're probably like -5. So they probably went up to about -5. So you're not going to be able to stagger them as successfully, but he still has the 50-50s that he can go for in the mid-screen and in the corner, and he still has his projectiles, just as normal as he had in the original make of the game, and I'm pretty happy about that. Darkseid received no changes. I didn't think he was going to receive any changes. I think he works pretty well. He does well at a lot of things. He struggles, in a lot of things as well. He struggles when opponents get in on him. He doesn't have a lot of tools for the inside game. And I think that that's how he's, meant to be played. Characters are supposed to have weaknesses. That's his weakness. And he plays, as far as the, developers are concerned, he plays how he's supposed to be played, and they like him. So a lot of people were, concerned about both Black Adam and Superman. Both of them got damage decreases, which didn't look extremely decreased when I saw them do Black Adam combo. It still was 1 bar for like 400 something damage, which, I guess that's fair. If they said they want to make Black Adam a hard-hitting character. That's what their ideal situation is. They just thought that he hit a little bit too hard, but all of his tools basically worked how they wanted them to work, except for the black magic. So on black magic, without using meter, you're not going to be able to get into combos. So you have to use meter with black magic. There's no more, black magic, mid-screen, dash in, forward 1-2, trait, forward 1-2, launch in the combo. You're not going to be able to do that. So that got changed, and his damage got changed. Superman, they changed his super punch to a high rather than a mid, which is a cool, that's fine with me. I think that's probably a fair thing. They said they also decreased his damage. I'm surprised that they didn't change up the forward 2-3 breath. That definitely surprised me. I thought they were either going to make the breath a little bit more negative to give characters a little bit more options into forward 2-3 breath loops. Thought that would be something that they might do, but they decided not to. Or I thought they were going to cut down the pushback on the breath, and then Superman is guaranteed to lose his turn. Stay safe, but lose his turn. They didn't do that either. So they left the breath, forward 2-3 breath, the same, so he's still able to whiff punish, anything that you try to do on a poke to challenge it, and the frames in which you have to put out a hit in between the forward 2-3 breath is still extremely tight. So that's the way Superman's going to work. I do play Superman, so this isn't something that I'm like, oh, I hate Superman. I love Superman. He's my third character, and I'm definitely going to use him and take advantage of that. But that was something that I definitely thought that they were going to change, but it looks like they're not. So one of the biggest buffs that I think happened based off of the stream is Brainiac. He's able to hold his trait on block and hit and allow it to come out afterward. But once the trait's on screen, so when you get that little flying thing on the screen, if he gets hit, it does go away. But if you get hit and you hold it, you don't have it come out, you can still hold it past getting hit, which is definitely going to be big here for Brainiac mains. There's going to be a lot of things you're going to be able to set up and a lot of ways to get around things now. I think he's going to be a very, very, very good character now with this buff. I think it's a lot bigger than a lot of people think. It's going to open up a lot of doors, a lot of windows here for Brainiac. I think he's going to be one of the top tier characters at this point. We'll have to wait and see. It's all speculation. You never know until we actually hit the sticks and the patch drops. We'll have to wait and see, but that's my speculation for now. So I've been rambling for quite a bit, just kind of talking, going through some commentary stuff, things that are in my head. But that's it. So if you want to check out the stream, also if you have any comments for me, what you think of the patch, I definitely would love to hear it. Leave it down in the comment section below. Again, the link to the full stream is down below in the description if you want to check it out. So that's it. It's Gleez signing out. Thanks for checking in and continue to game strong.